Time, and time once again. What's up, 23% Nation? It's your boy, Coach D. And guys, today we're going to continue talking about self-love, but we're going to do it in a very different fashion. So, guys, get ready to have your mind absolutely blown. Quick question. Have you ever thought or uttered these words? Oh my God, where in the world did all of my time go? Or, oh my God, my day just flew by. Well, if you've ever thought or uttered those words, whether publicly or privately, then ladies and gentlemen, you definitely need to tune into this particular video. So let's go ahead and dive in. How to love yourself just a little bit more, part 8. All right. So as always, we're going to first recognize the problem, but more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to focus on the solution. So here's my next question, which of course deals with the problem. Are you a victim of time vampires? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I said it, time vampires. Now, some of you may be wondering, what in the world is a time vampire? Well, guys, a time vampire is anyone or anything that is literally sucking away your time. That's right, just like a vampire sucks the blood out of a human being. Well, unfortunately, we become victims of time vampires. These are people, places, and things that just tend to suck away our precious time. Now, here's the other part of the problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that rather than people or places or things sucking away our time, guys, we give away our time. That's right. But oftentimes we do it unknowingly. So let's first talk about our cell phones. Talk to me, guys. Are you busy all day, every day, checking your notifications, checking your emails, checking your text messages on your cell phone? I mean, do you literally walk around with your cell phone in your hand, or do you drive your automobile with your cell phone in your hand? Then chances are, yes, you are allowing your cell phone to take away your time. Therefore, your cell phone is officially a time vampire. Now, let's talk about people. Whether we have a husband, a wife, a significant other, a partner, we have best friends, we have family members, talk about mom, let's talk about dad. Are they taking away your time? Are they asking you to do things for them when you could be doing something else? Chances are they are time vampires. And let's talk about our jobs. Let's talk about our place of employment. Is this a place that you really enjoy being at, or are you just there for a paycheck? Is this a place where you are loved and a place where you can fully enjoy and express yourself and really get all that the employer has to offer? If it's just a place where you're there just to get a paycheck, then chances are your job is a time vampire. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, now that we know who and what time vampires are and what they're all about, guys, let's now focus on the solutions. Get ready because this is going to be something amazing. All right, so solution part 1. Get ready, guys. First and foremost, it is very important that we begin to wake up. That's right, guys. We have to realize that everybody who lives on planet Earth have 24 hours in one day. That's right, guys. There are always 60 seconds in a minute. There are always 60 minutes in an hour. There are always 24 hours in a day, approximately 30 days per month. And yes, as you guessed it, 365 days per year. So now the question is, are you realizing or are you aware that everybody who lives on planet Earth has the same amount of time per day? A second thing that we need to realize, guys, is that our time is valuable. That's right, guys. Believe it or not, your time is very, very precious. So now the question is, What are you doing with your time? And the second thing that we need to realize, I'm sorry, actually, it's the third thing that we need to realize, is that time is one of our biggest assets. Now, if we remember from one of our financial videos, we know that an asset is basically anything that puts money in your pocket. So the question is, once again, what are you doing with your time? Are you allowing people, places, and things to be time vampires, or are you maximizing your time so that perhaps you have more money in your pocket at the end of each day? So guys, part one of the solution is to realize that everybody has 24 hours in a day. We also have to understand that our time is valuable. You know how people say time is money? Well, believe it or not, it actually is. Time is money. And if you don't believe that, well, ask someone who is an employee, right? If you don't go to work, guess what happens? You don't get paid, okay? So guys, let's understand that everybody has 24 hours in a day, that time is valuable, and time is one of our biggest assets. All right, now, part two of the solution, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you probably answered the first few questions that I asked. Okay, you probably can relate to that, right? I mean, you look at your watch or you look at the clock that's on your cell phone and you wonder, oh my God, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and it's already 6 o'clock at night. Where in the world did my time go? Or you may be wondering, my goodness, time just flew by. Well, if you are guilty of uttering those words, it's time for us to realize that we need to start creating what I like to call time boundaries. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is important that we begin to manage our time. And in order to manage our time, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you out. So guys, let's focus on tip number 1. If you have people in your life that are taking away your time, maybe your mom wants you to do something for her, maybe your grandfather wants you to do something for him, but maybe, just maybe, you have to go to class, or maybe you have to go to work, or maybe you just want to do something that you really enjoy doing. Well, guys, tip number 1, you need to let people know what your availability is. So let's say that you have to go to work from 9 to 5. Well, let people know, hey, I can't do anything Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, anytime after that, perhaps at 6 p.m., 8 p.m., or 9 p.m., then I'm all yours. But please understand that from Monday through Friday, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., I am busy at work. So please do not bother me, okay? Or let's say perhaps you're a college student and maybe you have classes on Mondays and Wednesdays and you're in class from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Well, for all of your friends and all of your social media people that are sending you notifications, that are texting you, that are blowing up your cell phone, let people know, hey, I'm in class. So on Mondays and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to noon, please do not text me. Please do not send me any type of Snapchat notifications, Facebook notifications, or Twitter notifications. Now, my second tip, okay, in order to create these time boundaries, ladies and gentlemen, just say no, okay? Believe it or not, there is power in the word no. And people do understand NO. Regardless of what language you speak, guys, whether it's English, it's Spanish, it's French, whatever it may be, everybody understands the word no. So once again, if you have people in your life who like to infringe upon your time, you may just want to say no, okay? There's nothing wrong in telling people no. This is one way for you to set up boundaries. After all, we are talking about self-love. And in order for you to love yourself just a little bit more, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta be able, you gotta be confident, and you gotta be willing to let people know when they can and cannot infringe upon your valuable time. And then my third tip for creating time boundaries, and this is probably the last resort because it's probably the most severe option, is to simply ignore people. Okay? So if you got people calling you left and right, you got people texting you left and right, you may just want to ignore them, especially if you've already given them your availability and or you've already told them no. No one likes to be ignored, but trust me, people will ultimately respect you. Why? Because you are respecting your own self via your own time. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Coach D's 3 tips in order to create your own time boundaries. So, as a quick review, number 1, let people know what your availability is, whether it's days, whether it's times, let them know. Tip number 2, just say no. Always remember there is power in the word no. And then our last tip number 3, is to simply ignore those people. Now check this out. For some people, this may be ultimately too severe of an option. But let me put it to you this way. If you've told people your availability and they're still bothering you, and if you've told people no and they're still bothering you, well, think about it this way. They are ignoring your wishes. So why not ignore them back? Okay? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, those are Coach D's 3 tips in order for you to create your own time boundaries, which ultimately gives you a higher level of self-love. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I definitely want to thank you for listening. As always, eat well, feel well, think well, do well, and ultimately be well. Now, in order for you to write a comment, and you know me, guys, I love comments because I want to know what you're thinking, and I definitely want to know how you feel about what I'm talking about. Here's our question of the day. Get ready because here it comes. List one person or thing in your life who is stealing your time away from you. This could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a cell phone, it could be your computer, it could be anything that is stealing your time. In other words, we're going to put these time vampires on Front Street. Guys, this is Coach D of the 23% Challenge. I'm out, and please stay tuned because part 9 is definitely coming your way. Take care and God bless.